everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, please. The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth plus Eden runs. We failed the last one because I didn't really make a major gameplay mistake. I just got too ambitious. Decided let's do the alt path. Not a good idea in that case. G7ZNTSPR. Fuck it. Let's do it. We got Tiny Planet. We also have a weird pause button that I don't fully understand, but that's what these runs are for, is before we get into the dailies, before we worry about doing streaks, let's take a little bit of, it's almost like a gap year, or a victory lap, which is another thing we need to do. Maybe if this run pops off, I'll try to remember to do that, but, is to learn how all these items work. And hopefully, that will eventually lead to us having a greater foundation, and a stronger foundation, to build, winning streaks and entertaining runs and good knowledge of synergies and stuff like that that can only help us out from an entertainment and a gameplay perspective in the future. But last run was pretty fun regardless. I will say that. I'm looking for a good reason to use the pause button, which again might not be its name, but that's what I'm gonna call it. And I think that's your reason right there. It pauses until you shoot again. So if you're about to get hit, you can pause, run away, and then get yourself out of harm's way. It's like a subclass of items that I very frequently underrate, I think. Oh, the Spirit Heart is so good because we're on an XL floor. Oftentimes, like, evasion items, like how to jump, there's not very many, but, you know, how to jump, and this is another one. I underrate, I think. Relax is fine. Not good, but fine. So I'm gonna try to, you know, maybe get in on the ground floor of this one, just in case it ends up being solid. I'll be happy that I sussed it out early, I suppose. I like to theorycraft a little bit and be like, oh, what bosses is this good against? I guess it's kind of good against the Haunt. If he's about to use a, if he's about to use a brimstone beam, or even just any kind of shot, press the button, move completely to the other side of the map, unless it's a champion, and then figure it out. Good against, you know, rooms like this, where we have enemies that can basically rush us down, surround us, Isla Zoo's guys, you know, any of those types of enemies are going to be perfect for this. I'm not using it right now just because the bosses could be around the corner, but also we were handling ourselves somewhat okay there. Tinted rocks, please. Trying to think of what else. I was like pin, but if you get hit by pin, like you fucked up to begin with most of the time. Larry Jr., yeah, perhaps, okay. Ragman, well, I'm already theorycrafting a strategy that may not even make sense or work. And that strategy is, what if you don't unpause when you place bombs? So basically, if you had a lot of bombs, you could place infinitely. I'm thinking creatively, but it might not necessarily be, possible at all. So, oh, this motherfucker. Don't even get me started on this guy. Send my regards to Broadway. I always get the musical theater voice when I get, you know, truly anxious. That's how you can tell. That's why I was no good with girls in my youth, man. Hey, Ryan. Hello, my lady. Hello, my darling. Nice to see you again. They're like, this guy's got to go to the hospital. Is he okay? He's got to go to the hospital, or he's got to get his name up in lights. On the White Way. What was it called? White Mile? I can't remember. This is a trivia murder party joke from like last week's NLSS's. Okay, right. We have a theme. I actually did not realize that because I didn't look at the item tracker. By the way, if we're looking at stats, this run's in a bit of a bad spot, and it was before Tiny Planet existed. 2.54 damage is horrible. 9 rate of fire is decent, but not good enough to compensate for, like, damage that is basically half as good as we would like it to be. To be considered, like, a decent starting damage. Well, we don't need it to be 5 to be decent, but, like, at least over 3, 3.5. Like, Every character starts in the 3 range, I think, except, you know, technically Azazel's probably a little higher. Literally, he might be on the level, but, you know, in terms of, like, ticks per second, he's definitely going to be up there. Tiny Planet doesn't bother me. You know, I've lived in the Tiny Planet shit for so long that, for the most part, I can handle it relatively well. But what we need is for not even synergies, we just need stats. Stats over synergies in this case. Just to say, give me damage, give me rate of fire. I want chicken, I want liver, meow mix, please deliver. There's got to be a joke there that works. Give it a sec. You guys can, you know, tweet me your own jokes as well. Be like, I like damage. I like... Give me a second. I'm working it out. It's gonna... Not every joke can come off the top of the head instantly. Polydactyl. Ew. Balls of Steel's great. Dead Cat obviously scares the shit out of me. Now that we have some more HP, I feel relatively better. I want damage. I want tears. Edmund Tyrone, make them near. It sorta works. Edmund Tyrone, help me, dears. This is the kind of run where, like, if I respected you less, as of right now, I would just turn it off and restart. Like, this is not an exceptional beginning. But remember, every new beginning comes from some other beginnings, and yeah. Emperor? Devil's good enough. Oh, I'm a moron. Devil's good enough, though. Also, I know who you want to take me home. What does that sentence even mean? I know who I want to take me home. See, there you go. You tried to get one over on Semisonic, but they already thought one step ahead of you. Not surprising, honestly. So, if you could please provide for me a statistical... Well, first we need a key. And then a statistical increase... somewhere on this run would make me feel pretty good. I don't think it's a misuse of the pause button that has led to this situation, by the way. Just sort of lacking much ability to kill, and our HP... I mean, it's not really fair to say our HP is low. It's actually very, very high. We got like 9 HP in a Spirit Heart right now. Unfortunately, in practice, that's not really how it's going to work. You know what? I'll accept a bomb here. I think that a bomb would be fantastic. And you know you're in a bad spot when you're on the 3rd floor, and I'm tempted to use my devil card on every single room we come across. These enemies are not particularly tanky. I will say, look, was Tiny Planet the right call? Probably not. I don't think we're particularly crushing it from a damage standpoint. So to be able to actually maximize the amount of our tiers that are going to hit enemies is a big positive. Like, I definitely would not dispute that. Please. Hanged Man card or a second bomb. We only have negative 0.28 luck. I could live with this. Nothing. Alright. Alright, another room. Edmund doesn't want me for a 2 streak. That's not gonna be a good song. I'm at a loss. Not just for what to talk about. I mean, I have bullshit with the best of them, right? What do you want to talk about? Oh, it rains so much in Vancouver. It doesn't... Look. Well, you got a problem with the rain. It brings water to the earth, alright? Don't be ridiculous. People come to Vancouver in, like, December. You know, in the rest of the country it snows. Oh, well, time to go to work, honey. Just remember to wake up 45 minutes early so you can chisel the ice off your fucking windshield and shovel the driveway, and then when you come home, shovel it again, because otherwise you can't park your car in there, and then, you know, go inside. Oh, it's 9 p.m., time to go to bed so you can wake up at 5 and chisel the ice off your fucking windshield again. Please spare me your complaints about how Vancouver rains. Look, this has turned into a real conversation, which I did not intend. I just intended to talk about how I can find something to talk about. High Priestess is fine. I'm excited is horrible. Please stop this. I actually think that, like, I'm looking at this run. We got 9 lives. I think we may die. You know, another thing I noticed that I want to give the game some props. I know that we're going to die in this room, by the way. I'll finish that thought in a second, but I want to give this floor some props, actually. Because despite having an XL floor last time, I would think that because you can only get... what the fuck happened there? Gotta try, dude. Because you can only get a deal with the devil... Well, now it's completely by the wayside. Because you can only get a deal with the devil on the second floor, I thought we would get 2 floors worth of penalties for our XL floor. Like, I thought we would have a 33% because we had a deal with the devil on our last floor. However, the game, in its infinite wisdom, and I mean this non-sarcastically, which is the first time anyone's ever said infinite wisdom non-sarcastically, has given us... Despite the fact that I took damage, only a 2 floors ago penalty. This is not sensible. Look, if you get a deal with the devil on the last floor and it's not an XL floor, you have a 33% chance of getting a deal with the devil. Instead, we had a 67% chance, which then we, you know, fucked up by taking damage. Now it's like 25% of 67%, basically. Does that make sense? Look, let's do this. Destroy him! Destroy him! Thank you. You've saved my life. Breakfast, I appreciate, but it is not the stats that we're looking for. Whereas Big Boy would say, no go on the raw stats. My AIDS test is flawless. Regardless, we don't want to get involved with all the lawyers. This is going to be a train wreck run if we don't pick it up. And of course, you know, the thing with train wrecks, at least in Isaac, I don't know anything. I haven't even seen the movie Unstoppable, so don't ask me anything about train wrecks in real life. People always go, oh, NL, what was the most devastating Canadian train disaster of all time? And I go, look, I don't fucking know. What kind of a question is that? I just met you. It's ridiculous. You're drudging up all these memories of infrastructure collapse and loss of life. It's very strange. But train wreck runs in Isaac, they tend to accelerate in terms of their shittiness. So we're taking like 7 minutes to get through this floor. That's a good example of how they can accelerate in their shittiness. Beyond this, you get less deals with the devil, the longer it takes you to kill enemies. Most of the time, you're going to take more damage as a result. So that's why, bum friend, that's not very good at all, honestly. That's why train wreck runs tend to get better more slowly than the average run gets better. We did not go to our curse room. We have to go to our curse room. We can make Tiny Planet Guppy work. And that's one of the easiest ways we could imagine getting ourselves out of this. So I will use one of my 2 bombs here. Okay. To be honest with you, one of my 2 bombs. I was going to say one of my 3. To be honest with you, the flies are very useful right now. Please. Joker, credit card? Credit card's good. Credit card is good. Let's go into our shop. If we can get like blue candle or something, we'll never know. Credit card. Remote detonator. That's 5 bombs. Poke Go. I don't think it's that bad. Strength card could be useful. Pheromones. Bomb. Red heart. And then, will this reroll the item we bought? No, but it gives us new items. New moon items. Ace of Hearts. That is not the Joker card. Well, that's probably all we can really do there. Okay, well, we're gonna take a bit of a leap here. Yes! Yes! He's done it. 4.68 damage with Tiny Planet. Still not, like, win the game level, but not nearly as bad. You know what? Is there a key in this shop? Yes, for 3 cents. So I'm going to blow this up, but not anything else. Steam sale? Steam sale. I want the key, my dog. Oh, now I've done it. Well, Steam sale's beautiful. I wanted to go into the boss trap room, or mob trap room, and fight those enemies. And then with Doctor's remote, I was thinking, like, why just pause when we could teleport? It's a sentence that is a little bit of a false dilemma, I suppose, but you get the idea. Keys. Keys. Okay. Now, we can at least creatively use the pause button. Wonderful. To make some interesting stuff happen. If not good stuff, at least interesting stuff. So, this floor was not a game saver, but is helpful. Without a doubt. I mean, Pokego is going to be useful for us doing damage on rooms where we otherwise would have no ability to do so, or minor ability to do so. Magic Mush was, you know, extremely lucky. I'm going to save a bomb for Tinted Rock potential. And we have HP as well. So I think that I don't want to look a Gitorse in the mouth on this run. It worked out for us. Or on this floor, I should say. It worked out pretty nicely for us, but we're still, like, fairly poorly equipped relative to an average run at this point, but we got the tools to get out of here. We're not, certainly without that Magic Mush pickup, I would be like, we're fucked. But to have that Magic Mush pickup starts to, you know, you can start to imagine us getting out of this. One thing I would love to see is a really good Pokego option right off the bat here. Should get one next room, I think. Is it once every 4 rooms? Once every floor? Like, when we walk into our next room, I expect to get one. Yeah, okay, a Charmed Pooter. That's terrible. Great name for a beauty salon that specializes in Brazilian waxes, though. Charmed Pooter. And the Charmed Pooter is already dead. Captain, your men are already dead. Charmed Fat Bat. Dude, I told you, they're called Fat Bats. Fat Bat Tomo flies. If that guy doesn't take contact damage, then I'm loving life, basically. Really, this is just... Oh, you moron. You moron. At least, finally, we get our, a Thame to pay out with some damn Demon Hearts. I'm imagining that maybe that's as a result of finally having more than 0 luck. I am going to come in here and then see what we get. That's pretty good. 36% chance of a deal with the devil. Ooh, 36% chance of a deal with the devil doesn't really bother me. Starting to feel a little better about things. I'm not feeling so good about the fact that our Fat Bat is just kind of hanging out there. Dude, a Thame? New strat. New strat. Bad strat. Lil Gertie. Not that good. Obviously. There's options. Extremely takeable. I'm gonna keep trying this, like, infinite... Oh, he's just broken forever, huh? I'm gonna keep trying this infinite, teleport strat for now. I basically... We're getting into, like, sincere put-up-or-shut-up territory, but come on, 36% chance to deal with the devil. You got me on that one. I know you got me on that. Well, we're learning one Magic Mush alone doesn't really make Tiny Planet that functional. You know what? Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. It worked! And then I stepped on creep. But it still worked. Okay. Here we go. Frail card. Or frail enemy. Ace of Hearts. If we get a blood bank or something, that'll be good. With 1.72 luck and a Thame, there might be like a pretty sweet break-even point where it makes sense to take damage on a room if the room has over X number of enemies where X is equal to, you know, maybe like 4 that we can reliably hit. This is not how a Frail fight is supposed to go. Normally, I was going to say, you kill the Frail in like, the first phase of the Frail in like 2 seconds. We still juiced him. Definitely, Tears plus shot speed. Guppy. Okay, we're striking out. Ooh, that's not that bad, but we're kind of striking out on Devil Deals. We're gonna head downwards. Still got the teleports. Certainly, oh, what is this? Certainly, I'm not gonna check on a boss rush potential. I'd say that's pretty low. Sorry, I had to tab over here. I got a Skype message. It's unprofessional, but at the same time, sometimes those Skype messages can lead to fun recording diversions. For example, trying to figure out Austin's favorite classic rock song, which is Foreplay Long Time. I didn't really talk about that, but I honestly, as far as I'm concerned, he's more into classic rock than I am. I have my master's in classic rock, and Austin's definitely like a PhD candidate, but I consider it an acceptable answer. I think Boston's self-titled album, their debut, is a wonderful classic rock album. You got More Than a Feeling. You got Foreplay Long Time. You got, what's that one that goes, it isn't easy to know. It's like Somebody Like You or something like that. And then, don't forget about, I ain't a dream about indecision. That's it. I don't care if I get behind people living in competition. Peace of Mind, that's what it's called. It's got that. It's got Formed a Band or something. I can't remember what it's called. It's not Formed a Band. That's Art Brut. Art Brut? I don't know. Look, I'm not European. Neither is Art Brut anymore, I suppose, if you want to get into like a jurisdictional sense. But that's a joke that is borderline nonsensical, unless you know that Art Brut is an English band, and then it's basically just a very prolonged Brexit joke. Excuse me. Made apolitically, like I wouldn't be so bold as to claim I understand international politics. That's why I tend to stay out of it for the most part, at least publicly, because there's an expression that I think can be paralytic if applied improperly, but very useful if applied properly. And applied improperly, it's devastating, but I'm going to say it nonetheless. And tis better to appear one... give me a second here to rethink this one in my head. Tis better to appear a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. And what that says is, you know, if you got opinions that you can't back up, it's better to hold them to yourself because you're going to look like a damn fool if you open your mouth. However, don't let that paralyze you like a Finger 11 song. Finger 11, by the way, Canadian. Blink 182, not Canadian. That's their like 17th evolution. I'm happy we got Attack Fly there. But if, by all means, if you know what you're talking about, you got strong opinions and you can back them up, get out there. I have weak opinions and no means to back them up. I'm the perfect antithesis. It's a rune. The mushroom's up. It gave a rune. It's beautiful. And so's this tune, which sounds similar to, but is not so similar to as to get sued. Dear Prudence, don't sue me, please. Well, we can't see what it is. We'll take anything at this point. Stem cells, it's okay. Oh, dude, this is big. Of course, I would love to get some red hearts back over the course of this, but that child's heart's not going to give me any. I will give up some spirit hearts to make this dream come true. Acid Baby, I think, is probably worth the investment. Here come the black hearts, sadly, but I think it's smart-ish to do it. We got an HP. Oh, we have Placenta. We got a little lifesteal there. Speedball, closer to Spun. I actually think that in many circumstances, this deal with the devil can be extremely good. Mom's Coin Purse. Closer to the mom transformation. Balls of Steel. One makes you larger. Relax. Paralysis. 48-hour energy. Alright. Yara, Ace of Hearts. I guess. Goodbye, battery charges. Ooh, it can turn them into spirit hearts as well. Good? I think debatably good. Certainly, we're not... We sacrificed like 2 spirit hearts. We got Acid Baby, Mom's Coin Purse, and Speedball. On paper, that's pretty solid. But the game ain't played on paper. So how are we doing then? Good question. Does it take us closer to a victory? I think it might take us a little closer. Sack of Sacks is actually very good, I think. Yeah, I think we're almost past the point where your boy NL can't be like, let's run fucking sucks anymore. This is what NL always sounds like. It's always like, here's my impression of NL. Oh, I've got mom's knife, but I don't have infinite HP. This run fucking sucks. Hey, he's so whiny all the time. He's always forcing his political opinions on me. And he never talks about food, my favorite subject. He never discusses the best kind of icing to put on a cinnamon bun. Cream cheese or, you know, sugar-based. Which, of course, is ridiculous. Cream cheese-based. It's a more mature flavor. The little icing base is just for babies. Or sugar-based. Boy, you got my heartbeat running away. Baking cinnabons and they're delicious. Can't you hear that boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, baby's got that sugar base. You know, Nicki Minaj 2010 classic. Sugar base. There's nowhere to go from there. Dude, just swap out a theme for Maw of the Void and I'm the world's happiest camper. And that includes, you know, Timothy Treadwell pre the events that led to Grizzly Man. I'm trying to think of other happy campers. The people from Firewatch were not really campers, nor were they really, I guess, that pleased. It was more of an existential end way that washed over them, you know, led them to that position in their lives. Please, I'm begging. Oh, thank God. Dude, Sack of Sacks, I'm loving it right now. Thanks for the battery charges, for one. I'm not taking that. I know that with Acid Baby, like, when you take pills, they deal damage? Man, a dusting did not pay out there. But not enough damage to make me particularly excited. Oh, the luck up, though. I won't walk on it to get it. This is what we want. We want a battery charge, or not battery charge. We want a blood bank. Unfortunately, like oh my freaking God. Okay, I don't know what our HP looks like right now. Oh, we don't have a blood bank anyway, so disregard. Apparently, it doesn't matter regardless. We must be at. Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. We must be like at the mom transformation though, or like one away, I suppose. Pheromones. Yera. Oh, we don't know what the pill does? Come on. No, I don't. Oh, actually, oh my God, it ended up being fucking telepills. That's so good that I went through all the necessary administrative hoops. And then it still ended up being telepills. Absolutely. Let's come up with a hypothesis here. Health up. I think we are going to gain damage and lose speed. We gain damage and range, lost speed. 1.56 speed is still very good, though. I'm going back for the pause button, dude. Another health up, okay. No, we want that. I'm going back for the pause button. Unlimited teleports sound kind of cool with me. Or cool to me, I should say. Seven damage. Oh, did we lose some rate of fire? No, we were at 7 before. So our DPS has come way up. It's still sort of not good enough to justify the existence of Tiny Planet. But it's not nearly as bad as we've been dealing with in the past here. Where did our Yera rune go? That's the other big one here. Only a 33% devil chance? How did our luck stat go? 2.7. Oh my God. Self. You're hemorrhaging HP. Fool is not necessary. Strength is. High Priestess will take. Okay, we can't pick this up yet. Oh, we can pick this up? What's going on? My life just got twisted upside down. Get out of here, bat! Stop chasing me down. I'm on your side. Hey, Einstein. Okay, we're going High Priestess. Because we can still use something that just smacks down a boss immediately. Stop. Get some health. I will say, You gotta think, sack of sacks, mom's coin purse. Not mom's coin purse. Mom's bottle of pills. Acid baby. You know what? Yeah, okay. Unlimited teleports is the wrong way forward. Acid baby gives us extra... I don't know why I'm talking like William Shatner. We might as well at least go all the way in. Acid baby gives us damage we can do to enemies. That's not a good William Shatner, but at least it's evocative. So, like, if I use this, it does damage. Are all of our pills twice as potent? Or why are we getting doubled consumables? I'm confused. Hold up here. Okay. Placebo with 48-hour energy. Is this not just like infinite damage? Yo, go back for the Yara rune, though. Do you see my hypothesis? 48-hour energy, use placebo. Does it not do damage unless it's... We're a genius. We are genius. Okay. Yara's gonna go for this to happen. I hate to do it. Another pheromones. Grab this. We have infinite battery charges. Wow, that was pretty good, actually. One makes you larger? No, thank you. Health up, we'll take. Do you see where I'm coming at this one from? Do you see where I'm coming at this one from? With 48-hour energy, we're getting more... Like, we have a perpetual motion machine. We do need a battery charge to kickstart it, because I'm an idiot and use them all, but... you get what I'm saying here, though, right? Do you get what I am saying? We might as well do it in here. So you use 48-hour energy with placebo. You get at least a battery on the ground. You want to get more. Doesn't it give you 2 batteries sometimes? There you go. That's what we're looking for. Making as many of these as possible. I'm not breaking the run, by the way. But I'm trying to get stats that allow us to have a good chance to succeed. Like, for example, if we have a tears up or something. Okay. Next 2 battery charge. Yeah, we're going to stop for now. Okay, so we got 48-hour energy. Use this. Balls of steel. Beautiful. We leave 1 battery charge on the ground. That's infested. Luck up. Big plays. Infested again. 48-hour energy. We can use that. We still got more on the ground. Full health. That seems like a good one. Of course, I would have loved to have gotten PhD. Is this worth it for, like, the loss of the Yara rune? I feel like it probably is. Okay, leave 1 on the ground. Because you're taking placebo. I'm just going to use pheromones. In fact, I'm going to use, like, all the bad runes in here. Or bad pills in here. Except I'm excited, which could just completely fuck us. I don't know if Acid Baby heals you, but... we might want to take a full health pill with us instead. You get the idea, though. You get the idea of what we're doing here. Even if we just get the ability to get more luck... Come on. There we go. I would love to get more than that. Like, I'm looking for a tiers upgrade, really. More health upgrades is fine, up to a certain point. More balls of steel is excellent as well. I need more than this. I don't know how long we're gonna go on this train, but oh god, I just used that. Doubled, I'm excited. Fantastic. I don't know how much further we're gonna go down this track. I just doubled, I'm excited. Where's my... There, take 48-hour energy. Get out of here. I'm excited. We might as well take it again. Even if it stacks up... Oh my... Brain, I need to speak with you. Step into my office right fucking now. Get that 48-hour energy pill active. How much have we improved doing this strategy? Like, effectively fucking 0. Because I'm a dumb idiot, but... There you go, that's what we're looking for. Oh, dude, look at these 2 charges, thank you. Okay, here we go. Balls of steel. Yeah, I know, I said it, balls of steel. Relax, don't care. Pheromones. Easy to dump, I'm excited, does not matter. What makes you larger is bad. Balls of steel probably getting to the point where it does not matter. Full health. Health up. 48-hour energy. How deep are we gonna go? Well, not that deep because it's like it's boring. But you see the loop now. This is where we've caught the game in an infinite loop, and if we wanted to, we could mill it for, you know, 12 HP, as high as the luck cap goes, and I don't know how far that does go. And, you know, full health pills to take with us for the future, but there we go. I'm going to be content, I think, to leave right after this is done with our newfound, like, temporary spider army. Preferably with, yeah, I was going to say a lot of luck. That's maybe our best pill right now. And we got 6 luck, which is great. I'm hoping that works with the Thame. And then I think this is actually what we want. We want full health and 48-hour energy with placebo. And then we can possibly, in some situations, find ourselves with like an infinite chain of damage if we get enough battery charges on the ground. Let's see if this works here. We know this is infested. Okay, check this out. Okay, so here's my thinking. I'm thinking, usually I don't do this, but why don't we go ahead and break them off with a little preview of the remix. Ruka, I will feed you eventually. Your boy is in just a fight for his fucking life right now. Does Acid Baby seriously not damage enemies? Maybe it's only when you take the pill naturally, not when you use it with placebo, which would be a real bummer. Ruka, it's getting a little ridiculous. Still though, this does mean if we ever come across like a spacebar item that we benefit from using like a lot in quick succession, for example, couldn't see his eyes pop out there. For example, like a guppy's head or something along those lines. We'll take black powder. Really do not want that because it'll kill us. One day we'll take it. There will be a right situation for us to take that. It's not right now, I think. What a strange run we've discovered ourselves in. How strange it is to be fucking anything at all. That's what I've always said. All right. So now I'm like, what do we do? Well, we can make infinite battery charges. Doesn't seem as useful as you'd think it would be. Guppy's head, Guppy's head, Guppy's head. Chant it with me. Guppy's head. There it is right there, Guppy's head. That one goes out to all you audio-only listeners out there. All you audio medics! That's not a good Lucio impression. Well, that's sincerely zero fucking Guppy. Dude, walk into me. I'm fucking daring you to walk into me. I'm daring you, the brother of the dude who made Spelunky. I'm telling you to walk into me for Congress in the 31st District of Vermont. So what's my damage philosophy now? Straight up, with 6 luck, I think on most rooms my damage philosophy is gonna be, let's try this strat. Fucking run into, you know what? Yes. I'm going to get large, I'm going to run into things, and then I'm going to use my luck stat to get black hearts back. Infested. Maybe this strat is bad. I think we will find the ability to pull out before it destroys us, though. I mean, we have unlimited full health pills, basically, so hopefully you see my point here. That one didn't really work. In fact, this strat seems to be kind of fucking up a little bit for me here. Perhaps not the genius move that I thought it was. Let's not compromise our deal with the devil chance if possible. This is it, this is it. Oh, really? Alright, well, I think we've had our... Oh, it's the perfect room to try it, though. It did not work. There is a tinted rock. Okay, it buys me some more time to try this horrible strategy. Oh, no, it doesn't. Rune bag, though, which is actually mystery sack in my world. Spun. This is it. The virus, please. We've got one. That's all that matters. If you want to ignore the facts. Okay. Oh, yes! The virus and spun. You know now. Your boy NL is thinking, walk into enemies, dog. You have the virus and a Thame. Is not killing it. That was not the right room to really give it a shot, though, to be honest with you. We ruined our deal with the devil. Okay, you know what? That's on me like 1,000,000%, but I stand by that as life goes on sort of situation. Sister Viz, face me. This is what happens when you push a man past his breaking point. Old bandage or the coin? What is it, the Omega coin? I don't really understand Omega coin. I'm going to take old bandage and continue to exercise my constitutional right to just run into enemies over and over and kill them that way, because even with Spun, Tiny Planet's not killing it. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not quite at the level I would love to see. You know, 8.24 damage and a good rate of fire, but it could go a little higher. As Scott Stapp said in the Creed's Magnum Opus, higher. Although I would like the world to change, it helps me to appreciate those nights and those dreams. And my friend, I'd sacrifice all those nights if I could make the earth in my dreams the same. The only difference is to let love replace all of our hate. So let's go there. Let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. I think, I can never remember what he says just before the chorus, but I think it's like, wish I could have stayed. And of course then he goes, can you take me higher? But I always thought, like, man, he's really quite the poet. Just replace all our love with hate. Well, Scott, what about our hatred for, you know, terrorists? Replace all of our hate, or just like some of it though, because like that's gonna make it difficult to run for public policy. That's like, man, Tommy Wiseau, if everybody loved each other, the world would be a better place. I mean, yeah, sure, I don't disagree with you on that one. That would be an ideal world, but you know, it's not as easy as, I'll be the bigger man. What I'm trying to say is that the ethos espoused in Scott Stapp's Magnum Opus. Well, and don't forget about Mark Tremonti and whoever else is in Creed, but it's not as easy as it might initially seem, Scott. You just gave me the ingredients, but you didn't give me the recipe. Please, Scott, we need you. But then I don't know, dude, because with Arms Wide Open, he goes, if I had just one wish, only one demand, I hope he's not like me, I hope he understands. And you're like, well, if he was like you, though, you said you would replace all the hate with love. I think he should be like you, Scott. Starting to doubt your belief in the central tenets of your own ethos. So this is like the weirdest run I've ever had. Because of our ridiculous luck stat, and then the collection of items we have, it makes more sense to me. Like, it seems more productive and efficient to just walk into enemies as far as I'm concerned. Like, which is why I'm taking these one makes you larger pills. If we created or concocted the one situation in which one makes you larger pills are actually, like, semi-functional. Keep in mind, we have, once every 4 rooms we get unlimited HP. That room, we took 1 damage and gained, like, 9 HP. So, I'm feeling like we're probably, like, mathematically beyond the point where we can actually die here, which is pretty sick. How do I feel about this run? I'll just tell you straight up, it's a run that I'd rather be watching than playing, I think. There have been some times that this one's been, like, a little frustrating, but, you know, I can't deny that the concept of this run seems, it's very interesting. You know, as Scott Stapp said in, Creed's 1997 Magnum Opus My Own Prison. Court is in session, the jury is in. No appeal on the docket today, it's just a Scott's own sin. He doesn't say Scott, but you know he's talking about himself. And he said, oh, their first album's not human clay, but that went platinum AAA. Compared with Alice in Chains' Jars of Clay. And I said, oh. Okay, that's that song. What is it? Are there any more Creed songs I know? There's 2 more Creed songs I know. One of them is like, how does My Sacrifice start? Oh yeah, hello my friend, we'll meet again. It's been a while. And then, you know, That whole song is just about him getting coffee or something, right? Where should we begin? I'll have the pepperoni. Could you add a side of cheese? Oh, no mushrooms, take those off for me. I'm allergic. Okay, this has been way too nostalgic for Creed. Creed is like, you know, it's one of those bands, they're from like my formative years. Like they were insanely popular. So, despite the fact that on a mental level, I can listen to this and be like, this is garbage. I'm not trying to say, if you'd like to listen to it, by the way, it's the #1 tenet in my mental ecosystem is, you know, live and let live. I'm insulting the band, I'm not insulting your taste. If you like them for whatever reason, by all means, continue to enjoy them. I wouldn't want to remove joy from this world by turning you into a cynical butthole. Now, that being said, they're kind of like junk food for my youth. It's like, because they were popular when my tastes crystallized, I think I will always have like a little part of me that's like, oh yeah, when My Own Prison comes on, like, yeah, Creed's not that good, but you know, that song's got like a little bit of rawness to it, right? I don't know about that, but I think everybody's got bands like that. You guys will have bands like that. You just don't know it yet. Please. Oh, yeah, why am I shooting? Run into enemies. Ugh! IV bag. I mean, IV bag sort of seems good because we do want to hurt ourselves on the regular here, but I don't know. We don't need the money for anything. Creates kind of an issue. Sincerely, I love the idea of this run. I love the concept of us being able to run into enemies and never facing punishment for our actions. I mean, I'm still shooting in the interim period as well. But it's, if we're being honest, it's our walking into enemies that's dealing the most damage here. It's the telepills. Demon Baby. Demon Baby is okay. Fair to say, not what I'm looking for. Not a bad item, though. Good that, I mean, if we're walking into enemies, let's look at things on the bright side. Demon Baby's always going to be in effective range. I think I don't have to apologize for this episode, but I definitely apologize for singing so much Creed. At the same time, My Own Prison has like a little bit of rawness associated with it. Would you not disagree? Thank you, Placenta. Ooh, 8.72 luck. Happy learned how to abuse game mechanics. It requires like a surprising degree of concentration to effectively run into enemies the right way. As ridiculous as that may sound. Alright, maybe don't get hit. Oh, well, if we're gonna... Yeah. Pop them like this. Beautiful. Is that a full health? Oh, it's a Balls of Steel. Also good. Alright. Now, this is where we gave up our Yarrow rune, so we gotta take the L. You know, we turned it into 48-hour energy or something instead. Please, I'm begging you for, like... Oh, some damage. Yes, get rerolled. Epiphora could be okay. I don't really want wait what, so I think I'm gonna 48-hour energy here and... Oh, Tech X! And the Eden's Blessing. Thank you. Thank you so much. You've saved me from myself. We Mom Transformation for sure. And then roll with it. Oh, dude. Okay, so much better. Should we still run into enemies? Probably not, but at the same time, sure, why not? Nod Leaf and the Mom Transformation. It's the dream come true. Look at how quickly this run popped off once we got a single good spacebar item. No offense, Mental Placebo, which also did some decent stuff for us, but please don't call them a Charmed Gaper. Not such a good name for a Brazilian wax beauty salon. Was it before Charmed Pooter? Sounds elegant. Charmed Gaper? I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but maybe I'll just go across the street to the H&R block. just prefer if you... There we go. I was gonna say, like, there was a joke brewing in my head, and it was like, Brazil, I'm not sure if you're flattered. I have some Brazilian viewers. I'm not saying this to be offensive. Come on, NL, you don't have a Brazilian viewers. You only have like 50,000. Get it? It's some numbers. However, when I think of Brazil, if you put the name Brazilian before something, what are you expecting coming next? Brazilian wax, Brazilian steakhouse, Brazilian Olympics in Rio de Janeiro? That could be worse. Like, sure, maybe you're like, you know, we have a proud history. I don't want to just be known for pubic waxes and the Summer Olympics. Alright, I understand. Whether you think of Canadian. Canadian Idol. Maybe that's not first for most people. Canadian bacon is the first thing. The Canadian tuxedo, aka jeans and a jean jacket. You know, we're getting fucked over here. Yeah. We want that. So I'll take the Brazilian steakhouse, dude. Could be worse, though. Like, there's definitely some countries, almost nothing, at least from a West, I'm not saying they're bad countries, but from a Western standpoint, you say some countries' names, your brain fills in the rest of the blanks and is like, oh, that's like political or, you know, offensive even. Like, for example, when I think America, I think, American woman! Get away from me. This is American Woman. Sung by Scott Stapp of Creed. There's a joke in there deeper, but I can't write American Woman on the fly while singing it badly as if I was Scott Stapp. Not that he sings badly, but, you know, from a songwriting perspective, you get the idea. I am just a bad singer. Don't come on knocking around my door. Our band hails from Florida. Our biggest album was Human Clay. Check it out sometime, won't you? A now woman who is American. American woman. You can't repeat that? Yes, I can. Squiddle down. Squiddle down. I mean, that's how the rest of it. Squiddle down. Okay, this has been a horrible episode. I apologize, and at the same time, am appreciative of all your thanks for this glorious piece of entertainment we've received here today. 48 minutes with the win on a run where it was a little questionable. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.